So today I decided I wanted to learn from the best Muslims, the biggest names in Dawah, the biggest names in Islam. And I'm not talking about Ali Dawah, I'm not talking about Muhammad Jihad. What? I'm talking about Muhammad Hijab. None of these guys. I'm talking about the biggest, the ones that people search for the most, where most Muslims, more than anywhere else, are going for guidance about Islam. And obviously, that's Andrew Tate, one of the most devout and well-respected Muslims in all of the Western world. There is no question that Andrew Tate has influenced more Muslims than almost any other speaker. Forget Zakir Naik, forget Ahmed Deedat, Andrew Tate is where it's at. I've decided I want to settle down. I want to learn more about Islam from these reliable Sahih sources like Andrew Tate. Don't want to read any more Sahih Bukhari, don't want to read the Quran. I just want to get straight to the very meat of it, listen to Andrew Tate and look at his Hustler University course. This way I have direct access to all of the knowledge that I could possibly need about Islam, about the Deen, and about how I should be living my life. Let's take a look what kind of things we can learn from Sheikh Andrew Tate. Let's take a look.
Vamoose the Goose. So one of my cam girls had a really big birthday. 2 years ago on her birthday, her cam birthday, it was my birthday, and she'd like have balloons, and it would cost a certain amount to pop a balloon. There's a surprise inside, and she'd have a cake, and she'd drink shots and get drunk and have this big 12-hour show. She made $10,000 in a day on her birthday. For the year after, she started saying to all her customers a couple months in advance, "Don't forget my birthday." And all her customers would say, "Okay, I'm saving, I'm saving." And they'd stop tipping her to save money for her birthday. And she'd obviously still talk to them and give them lots of attention because they're saving for her birthday. And I told her, "Don't do that." "What do you mean don't do that?" I said, "That is a fucking terrible idea." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Because you're not vamoosing the goose. You need to take the money now. You don't need them to save their money. You can save their money. Take their money now. Who cares if they tip you nothing on your birthday? It's just a day. If they've got money now, vamoose it. Take it." "Oh, but I want a big birthday. I want a big birthday." I was like, "Bitch, don't you understand that these dudes are just going to spend the money somewhere else, or change their mind, or tip some other cam girl, or they're going to tip you a amount they saved to your birthday, which is less than the cumulative you would have had anyway if they tipped every day that they're supposed to." She wasn't thinking of how to vamoose a goose.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a practicing Muslim, you have to learn the Tate method and always remember to vamoose your goose. So how can we be sure that this course is actually worth the money it costs? Apparently, if you want to go deep into Islam and you go deep into the Hustler University course from Andrew Tate, the Muslim, you have to pay around $5,000 just to get in. And I'm not talking about the basic entry, I'm talking about properly going deep in. I'm talking about going to the meetings where the real meat is at. Let's listen to some Muslim testimonies from other brothers, inshallah, who have taken this course so we can see what they say about it.
But like, as you know, the war room is just basically just a bunch of Telegram chats. So there's like a chat for like business, or like a chat for girls, or like a chat for money, a chat for freelance, a chat for fitness, and all that stuff. So then eventually we sat with the people. So I learned that one guy, he was actually making money from selling pictures of women. Apparently he was making pretty good money from that. That's the first thing I saw. But listen, you guys, if you're a Muslim, especially if you're a Muslim, and my dad actually warned me about this, you don't want to come and like put yourself in an environment where, yes, people are making money, but they're making money in a haram way, bro. But it's like, you're in an environment where people are constantly drinking. Like when I was in that dinner, I was the only one that was not drinking. Like people would be ordering drinks from here, from here, from here. I'm just sitting, I'm like, I'm not drinking. They're like, "Why are you not drinking?" I'm a freaking Muslim. How am I gonna drink? I'm not gonna drink. But I was sitting there and I was thinking of like, to my left, there is this guy who's like so jacked, freaking on steroids, even admitted to being on steroids, but he was making his money from OnlyFans, right? And then I looked to my right, and this other guy who was like, I'm like, "How do you make your money, bro?" Well, he asked me first. I was like, "How do you make your money?" He was like, I make my money from Reddit, where I get traffic from Reddit to my OnlyFans, and that's how I make my money. And then I'm like, okay, interesting. OnlyFans. I'm like, "How do you make your money?" He was like, "Oh, I have like a webcam." I'm like, "Interesting. How do you make your money?" He's like, "Oh, I just basically sell digital products on TikTok." I'm like, finally, it's a freaking guy who makes his money not from OnlyFans.
Okay, so this poor Muslim guy got hooked in Andrew Tate's Hustler University course, paid £5,000 to go to a meeting where it mostly consisted of other men who were selling women their bodies on OnlyFans, and they just and they were sitting around getting drunk as they were doing it. Not a single Muslim would be happy with what they saw there. Not a single Muslim. That is obviously something that you can't accept. As a Christian, I can't accept that. And I don't accept that. But the difference is, I don't know any Christians who celebrated Andrew Tate when he was a Christian. I only heard of the guy a couple of months, I think, before he became a Muslim. And now he's going to mosque, practicing the sunnah. He's trying to live his life as a Muslim best he can, but every single thing that this guy's livelihood is based on is sin. Every single thing. Whether it's getting girls to sell their bodies online, whether it's casinos, whether it's manipulation, whether it's literally scamming people out of $5 grand. This is what he does, and this is what Muslims are following. And this is it would be funny if it wasn't so sad. I mean, really, I don't like seeing people get scammed, and it's quite obvious that poor guy was scammed. There are tons of other videos that I found of other Muslims saying the same thing. This isn't like unusual. Tons of people do the same scam. They get a reputation, they set up their own little scheme, their own little get-rich-quick scheme. If you pay now, you pay so much money. Ooh, look, it's reduced for only 10 minutes, you know. Sign up now, pay 50 quid instead of 5,000 quid because that's his original amount, whatever the trick is. They get them to do this, and then they teach them some low-level information that, in all honesty, you can find on YouTube videos. And they take advantage of the fact that people want to get money quickly and spend no effort doing it. These people are people who struggle in their own lives, who are sold an image of the male fantasy of success and power, only to never be offered that opportunity. Instead, it's just taken from them. What does give you this opportunity is to reject that idea. The idea that you're only really valuable if you have power or wealth, you own your own businesses, multiple businesses. Forget all that. That's not where power comes from. That's not where masculinity comes from. That's not where strength comes from. Strength comes from character. It doesn't come from empty claims. It doesn't come from how big your wallet is, but rather it comes from your mindset, your discipline, and your actions, your emotions, your spirituality, your family, your community. These are the things that actually matter. The real truth is pretty simple. Try and improve who you are from yesterday. If you don't have a community, first step is to find one. Find a church that you can commit to. Find a body of people that you can actually help. You don't need to be the best person to do this. You can find a group that just needs someone to do some cleaning. Somebody to stack chairs, somebody to do readings, somebody to serve cups of tea and coffee, whatever it might be. But there are plenty of positions there to do that. Start with that. Do that for a while. Then people will depend on you. And when people depend on you, you'll have some sort of meaning because you're not useless anymore. You actually are valued. You're contributing to a community that's not just yourself. And then when you've done that for a while, maybe think about a family. Maybe think about settling down with someone, thinking about how you can contribute to that. The example that we follow as a Christian is not some hustler university starting, casino building con man, but rather one who gave his all in the pursuit of something more meaningful than anything else. The fulfillment of promises that have been cast down through generations to give your own life willingly, that you may bridge the gap between man and God, offering a second chance not just to your friends but also to your enemies, that they may live forever if only they were to accept what you have done. That is the example that Christians follow. And we can never be as good as Christ because Christ is the only one who is good, because the only one who is good is God. But through that example, we have genuine meaning and genuine value. Not artificial, not cash, not women, not cars, not drugs, not casinos, not gambling, not e-girls, not OnlyFans, but a unrelenting, uncompromising mission of which there is ultimate value. Come to Jesus Christ. Reject Andrew Tate. Reject false idols. Reject celebrities. Reject con men. And accept Jesus. God bless you all. Take care.